You may feel fine until suddenly you don't. A little shortness of breath, a bit of chest tightness, cold hands or feet. These can all be subtle signs that your arteries are narrowing slowly, silently, and dangerously. But here's the truth. Nature has given us powerful tools to fight back. In this video, we'll show you 5 delicious fruits that can help clean your arteries, lower cholesterol, and improve circulation backed by real science, and easy to add to your daily life. And no, we're not selling miracle cures or exotic powders, just simple, accessible fruits that your body already understands and your heart will thank you for. After 60, our arteries naturally become less flexible. Years of cholesterol buildup, inflammation, and oxidative stress start to take a toll, often without clear warning signs. By the time you feel symptoms, damage may already be advanced. This is why prevention matters so much. Blocked arteries aren't just a heart problem. They affect your brain, your legs, your kidneys, your whole body. Poor circulation means less oxygen, slower healing, fatigue, cold extremities, and even cognitive decline. But the good news is, your arteries aren't beyond repair. Research shows that certain fruits rich in antioxidants, fiber, and plant compounds can reduce plaque buildup, lower LDL cholesterol, and improve blood vessel function. These natural foods don't just support the heart, they help reverse the root causes of arterial aging. Let's take a closer look at the 5 fruits that can make a real difference for your arteries, not in theory, but in practical, research-backed ways. Each of these fruits offers something unique, and when combined, they create a nutritional foundation that supports circulation, reduces cholesterol, and protects your heart from silent damage over time. The best part? These fruits are easy to find, affordable, and delicious enough to enjoy daily without it feeling like a chore. You don't need to overhaul your entire lifestyle or follow some extreme protocol. Just adding a few of these into your meals and snacks can slowly start to shift your body in the right direction naturally, gently, and with lasting results. Let's begin with one of the most powerful arterial allies, pomegranate. This ruby red fruit isn't just beautiful. It's packed with polyphenols, especially punicolagens, which are potent antioxidants known to reduce oxidative stress in blood vessels. Oxidative stress is a major contributor to arterial plaque, the sticky, fatty buildup that narrows your arteries and increases the risk of heart attack or stroke. Studies have shown that drinking pomegranate juice daily can reduce the thickness of artery walls and lower blood pressure. It also increases nitric oxide production, which helps blood vessels relax and improves blood flow. The seeds, also known as arils, are rich in fiber and easy to sprinkle over yogurt, oatmeal, or salads. You can also drink pure, unsweetened pomegranate juice, but make sure it has no added sugar. Even just a small glass a day can start to make a difference in how your arteries function. Next, we have apples, one of the most underestimated yet scientifically supported fruits for cardiovascular health. Apples contain both soluble and insoluble fiber, but it's the soluble kind known as pectin that plays a major role in reducing cholesterol. Pectin binds with cholesterol in the digestive system and helps remove it from the body before it can enter the bloodstream. Apples are also rich in a flavonoid called quercetin, which has anti-inflammatory and antihistamine properties that benefit blood vessels. Regular consumption of apples has been linked in several studies to a lower risk of stroke and coronary artery disease. The key is consistency. 1 medium apple a day can offer significant protection. Choose whole apples over juice to retain the fiber and try to eat them with the skin where many of the nutrients are concentrated. Granny Smith, Fuji, Honeycrisp. The variety is less important than the habit itself. Now let's talk about berries, a broad category that includes blueberries, strawberries, raspberries, and blackberries. These tiny fruits are incredibly dense in antioxidants, especially anthocyanins, which give them their deep red, blue, and purple hues. Anthocyanins have been shown to reduce LDL oxidation, a process where bad cholesterol becomes even more damaging and sticks to artery walls. Berries also support healthy blood pressure and improve the function of the endothelium, the thin layer of cells that line your blood vessels and help regulate blood flow. One study found that people who ate berries at least 3 times a week had significantly better artery flexibility and lower levels of inflammation markers. The great thing about berries is their versatility. You can enjoy them fresh, frozen, or dried without losing their core benefits. Add a handful to your morning cereal, blend them into smoothies, or eat them as a sweet afternoon snack. They're also low in sugar and high in fiber, making them an ideal fruit for those managing blood sugar or weight. Moving on to grapes, particularly red or dark purple grapes. These contain resveratrol, a natural compound also found in red wine, which has become famous for its heart protective effects. Resveratrol helps prevent platelets in the blood from sticking together, reducing the risk of clot formation. It also has anti-inflammatory effects and supports the production of nitric oxide for better vessel dilation and circulation. Grapes also provide potassium and vitamin K, which are important for heart rhythm and blood clotting. Eating whole grapes with the skin and seeds when possible gives you the full spectrum of benefits. They're easy to pack for snacks or add to salads, and while red wine does contain resveratrol, the alcohol may counteract some of the benefits, especially for older adults. So stick with the fruit itself, your heart will thank you. Finally, we come to kiwi, a small but mighty fruit that's often overlooked. Kiwi is packed with vitamin C, a powerful antioxidant that supports the production of collagen in blood vessels and helps prevent arterial stiffening. It also contains potassium, which helps balance sodium levels in the body and supports healthy blood pressure. In addition, kiwi has been shown to lower triglyceride levels and support healthy cholesterol ratios, reducing LDL while increasing HDL, the protective form. One study found that people who ate 2 kiwis a day for 8 weeks had significantly lower blood pressure and better blood fat profiles. Kiwi is especially helpful for circulation because of its blood-thinning effects, naturally supporting flow without the side effects of medication. It's best enjoyed fresh, but you can also slice it into smoothies, fruit bowls, or even freeze it for a cooling snack. Incorporating these 5 fruits into your routine doesn't require a radical shift. Start small, add 1 to your breakfast, 1 as a snack, and rotate the rest throughout your week. The goal is variety and consistency, not perfection. Over time, these fruits work together to reduce inflammation, improve blood vessel health, and gradually support the cleaning and clearing of your arteries. Think of it not as a quick fix, but as a daily investment in the health of your most vital system, your circulatory network. And remember, it's never too late to start. Whether you're 60, 70, or beyond, your body will recognize the support and respond. These fruits aren't just tasty, they're therapeutic. And your arteries deserve that kind of care. Eleanor had just turned 71 when she began noticing something wasn't quite right. She wasn't in pain, but small things had started to add up, feeling winded while climbing a short flight of stairs, her feet getting colder in the evenings, and a strange heaviness in her legs after standing too long. Her doctor told her her cholesterol was high, and her blood pressure was creeping up too. "It's just age," he said gently, and suggested medication. But Eleanor didn't feel ready to give up on her body just yet. She believed there had to be a way to support her health naturally, without relying on pills, at least as a first step. She began researching foods that support circulation and lower cholesterol, and one phrase kept coming up: artery cleansing fruits. The more she read, the more it made sense. So she made a simple promise to herself. For 30 days, she would eat at least 3 different fruits known for supporting heart health. Her shopping list became very intentional: pomegranates, apples, blueberries, grapes, and kiwi. At first, she wasn't sure how to fit them all in, but she quickly found a rhythm: pomegranate seeds over morning oatmeal, an apple and a handful of grapes mid-morning, a small bowl of berries after lunch, a sliced kiwi in the evening with herbal tea. She didn't change everything about her lifestyle, She still enjoyed toast with breakfast and the occasional cookie after dinner, but within a few weeks, she noticed changes. Her afternoon crashes became less intense. The swelling in her ankles, which she hadn't even realized was daily, began to fade. Her evening walks with her neighbor felt easier, not faster, but steadier. She wasn't winded at the top of the hill anymore. After 3 months, Eleanor went back for her checkup. Her cholesterol had dropped by 22 points. Her blood pressure, while still slightly elevated, was now in the pre-hypertension range. Her doctor raised an eyebrow when he saw the results and asked if she'd started any new medications. "No," she smiled, "just fruit." What surprised Eleanor most wasn't just the numbers, it was how much better she felt in her body. Her hands didn't go numb when she slept anymore. Her skin tone looked brighter. Even her memory seemed sharper. She didn't feel like she had reversed time, but she felt like she had taken control of it, slowed things down, gently, with food. To this day, Eleanor still eats her heart fruits, as she calls them. Her family teases her for bringing bags of grapes and berries to every picnic, but she doesn't mind. "This isn't a diet," she tells them. "It's how I thank my heart for carrying me this far and ask it to stay with me for a little while longer." Applying this information to your daily life doesn't require a complex plan, a restrictive diet, or a trip to a specialty store. It begins with a shift in how you see fruit not as an occasional side dish or snack, but as a core part of your heart-supporting routine. These 5 fruits, pomegranate, apples, berries, grapes, and kiwi, work best when eaten consistently in natural forms and as part of your daily rhythm. You don't need to eat all 5 every day. The real magic comes from rotation, balance, and making them a regular part of your routine over time. Your arteries aren't clogged overnight, and they won't be cleared in a day. But small, repeated choices can lead to measurable, lasting improvements. Start by picking 1 or 2 of these fruits to include in your daily meals. For example, begin the day with half a pomegranate, scoop out the seeds, and sprinkle them over oatmeal, yogurt, or cottage cheese. If you're short on time, a small glass of unsweetened pomegranate juice is still helpful. Just make sure it's 100% pure and not blended with other juices or added sugars. For your mid-morning snack, keep an apple on hand, wash it, slice it if you like, and eat it with a spoonful of almond or peanut butter to add healthy fats that support absorption of fat-soluble nutrients. Apples also make a great ingredient for salads. Just chop one up and toss it with greens and walnuts for a satisfying lunch. In the afternoon, grab a handful of fresh or frozen berries. They're perfect for mixing into Greek yogurt, blending into a smoothie, or even eating on their own. Try to include a variety: blueberries, raspberries, strawberries. Each contains slightly different types of antioxidants, and together they offer broader protection. Frozen berries are just as powerful as fresh and often more affordable. For your evening snack or light dessert, consider kiwi. Slice 1 or 2 and eat them as is, skin removed or kept on depending on your preference. Kiwi is rich in vitamin C and potassium and works well with a bit of protein before bed to support overnight heart health. Grapes can also be added during any part of the day in salads, as a portable snack, or frozen for a cool treat on warm days. Choose red or purple grapes with skin for maximum benefit. It's important to understand that these fruits work best when combined with an overall heart-friendly approach. That doesn't mean eliminating every indulgence, but it does mean being mindful of what you pair with your fruits. Avoid drowning them in sugar or high-fat cream-based sauces. Instead, combine them with nuts, seeds, oats, and leafy greens foods that further amplify their effects. Stay hydrated, as proper circulation depends on fluid balance. And aim to eat your fruits earlier in the day when your metabolism and blood flow are naturally higher, especially if you're trying to manage blood sugar. Consistency is the key. Try to make at least 3 servings of these fruits a non-negotiable part of your day. You can batch prepare them, wash and store berries ahead of time, peel and freeze sliced kiwi, or pre-pack small bags of grapes. If you're the kind of person who forgets to eat fruit, try pairing it with habits you already have. Have berries with your morning tea. Keep an apple in your car. Add sliced kiwi next to your evening vitamins. The easier you make it for yourself, the more likely it is to become second nature. And don't worry if some days you miss the mark. It's not about being perfect. It's about creating a long-term pattern that gently supports your arteries and keeps you feeling strong. Even adding one extra fruit to your routine is a win. Over time, you'll not only feel the difference in your energy, but you may see it in your blood work, your blood pressure readings, and your ability to move through the day with confidence and ease. Small fruits, big power, and it all starts with what you put on your plate. If you really want to get the most out of these artery-supporting fruits, there are several simple strategies that can multiply their benefits without adding complexity to your routine. The key is to create the right environment inside your body, one where nutrients are absorbed efficiently, inflammation is kept in check, and blood flow is smooth and steady. When you combine the power of fruit with a few smart lifestyle tweaks, your arteries don't just stop deteriorating, they start getting stronger. First, pay attention to what you eat alongside these fruits. Pairing them with healthy fats like walnuts, chia seeds, flax seeds, or avocado can enhance the absorption of fat-soluble antioxidants. For example, having a handful of berries with a spoonful of ground flaxseed, or adding sliced apple to a salad with olive oil helps carry those nutrients deeper into your bloodstream. These fats don't just help absorption, they also reduce inflammation, stabilize blood sugar, and provide essential support for hormone and heart function. Avoid combining fruit with heavy creams, sugary sauces, or refined grains, which can spike your blood sugar and counteract some of the benefits. Second, stay hydrated throughout the day. Blood is mostly water, and proper hydration helps it flow more easily through the vessels, reducing the strain on your heart. Dehydration, even mild, can cause blood to thicken slightly and raise blood pressure. Start your morning with a glass of water and keep a bottle nearby during the day. If plain water is boring, add a few slices of citrus or cucumber, or even a couple of crushed berries to infuse it with flavor and antioxidants. Aim for at least 8 cups a day more if you're active, in hot weather, or drinking caffeine regularly. Another important tip is to move your body regularly. Even low-impact activity like walking, stretching, or gentle yoga can increase circulation and help your arteries remain flexible. When you move, your blood vessels expand and contract, which strengthens them over time. Physical activity also helps clear out excess cholesterol and triglycerides from your blood. You don't need an intense routine, just 20 to 30 minutes a day of gentle movement makes a major difference. Try walking after meals, gardening, or doing chair-based exercises if you have mobility concerns. Getting enough sleep is another factor people often overlook. Poor sleep increases inflammation and stress hormones in the body, both of which can damage arteries. Aim for 7 to 8 hours of quality sleep per night. Go to bed and wake up at consistent times and avoid screens and heavy meals before bedtime. If you have trouble sleeping, consider a relaxing routine with herbal tea, dim lighting, and a cool, quiet environment. Kiwi, incidentally, has been shown in some studies to support sleep quality, making it a great nighttime snack option that benefits both heart and rest. Next, be mindful of stress levels. Chronic stress tightens arteries, raises blood pressure, and increases inflammation, undoing some of the good you get from your diet. Incorporate simple daily rituals that calm your nervous system. Deep breathing, journaling, light stretching, listening to calming music, or even just sitting quietly with a cup of tea. These moments don't have to be long. Even 5 minutes can shift your physiology. The more relaxed your body is, the better your arteries perform. Don't forget to minimize the things that work against you too. Reduce your intake of processed meats, fried foods, added sugars, and hydrogenated oils. These all contribute to inflammation and arterial stiffness. You don't need to eliminate them completely, But being aware of their impact can help you make better choices. For instance, swapping a sugary snack for fruit and nuts not only satisfies your cravings, but also feeds your body with something healing, not harmful. Finally, consider combining fruits with herbs and spices known for supporting heart health. Cinnamon, turmeric, ginger, and garlic all complement the effects of fruit. You can sprinkle cinnamon on apple slices, add turmeric to smoothies, or mix fresh ginger with berries for a tangy, antioxidant-rich bowl. These additions take just seconds, but can offer big returns when used consistently. In short, think of your artery care as a daily layering process. Fruits provide the foundation. Fats, movement, hydration, sleep, stress management, and supportive herbs are the layers that strengthen that foundation. None of this has to be perfect, just intentional. With each small choice, you're giving your arteries the tools they need to stay open, flexible, and strong for years to come. And it all starts with a single serving of fruit supported by habits that help your body absorb every bit of goodness. One of the most common questions people ask is, can eating just a few fruits really make a difference in something as serious as artery health? The answer is yes, but it depends on consistency. These fruits contain powerful compounds that directly influence cholesterol levels, blood vessel flexibility, inflammation, and circulation. The effects may not be dramatic overnight, but when eaten regularly over weeks and months, they gently shift your body's chemistry in the right direction. Think of it like brushing your teeth. One time doesn't do much, but daily care prevents damage and builds long-term protection. Another frequent concern is, what if I'm diabetic or watching my blood sugar? Aren't fruits high in sugar? It's a great question. Yes, fruits do contain natural sugars, but they also come with fiber, antioxidants, and water content that help slow down how those sugars are absorbed. Berries, apples, and kiwi are especially good for people managing blood sugar, as they have a low glycemic load and support insulin sensitivity. Grapes and pomegranate juice should be eaten in moderation, and always in whole food form when possible. Pairing fruit with protein or fat like yogurt, nuts, or seeds also helps prevent blood sugar spikes. Some people ask, do I have to eat these fruits raw? Not necessarily. While raw fruit preserves the most nutrients, there are benefits to cooked or blended forms as well. Berries in oatmeal, apples baked with cinnamon, or grapes roasted into a salad can still offer heart-supporting properties. The key is avoiding added sugars, syrups, or ultra-processing that strip away the fiber and antioxidants. Frozen fruits are just as powerful as fresh, and even dried fruits like unsweetened cranberries or freeze-dried pomegranate can be part of a smart plan. Just watch the portion sizes. Another common question is, can I just drink fruit juice instead? Pure juice can be helpful in small amounts, especially pomegranate juice, which has strong research behind it. However, most juices on store shelves are diluted with added sugars and lack fiber. Whole fruits are far superior in their ability to lower cholesterol and support healthy digestion. If you do drink juice, limit it to 4 to 6 ounces per day, and ideally pair it with a meal to slow absorption. Lastly, people often ask, how long will it take to see results? This varies from person to person depending on age, current health status, and how consistently the fruits are incorporated. Some people feel more energy and better digestion within a couple of weeks. Changes in blood pressure or cholesterol may take 1 to 3 months. But remember, these fruits are not a short-term fix. They are part of a long-term nourishment plan that supports your arteries gently day after day. Your body notices the care, even if the mirror or test results take a little longer to reflect it. And that care adds up to years of strength, stability, and circulation that you can feel. So now you know caring for your arteries doesn't require a cabinet full of pills or a strict, overwhelming diet. It can start with something as simple, beautiful, and natural as a bowl of fruit. These 5 fruits, pomegranate, apple, berries, grapes, and kiwi, aren't just tasty additions to your plate. They're nutritional powerhouses that support circulation, reduce inflammation, and help your heart do what it's meant to do, carry life to every part of your body. And the best part? They're accessible, they're affordable, and they're something you can begin using today. You don't need to be perfect. You don't need to eat all 5 every day. But if you can begin weaving them into your daily rhythm, a handful here, a slice there, your arteries will start to notice. They'll relax. They'll carry blood more freely. Your hands may feel warmer, your steps a bit lighter. You may even find your thoughts sharper. These are the quiet signs that your body is saying thank you. So here's your gentle challenge. Choose one of these fruits today. Add it to your breakfast, your snack, or your evening routine. And while you're at it, take a moment to notice how that choice feels not just in your body, but in your sense of control, of hope, of agency over your own health. If this video helped you, don't forget to give it a like and subscribe for more natural health tips like this. And we'd love to hear from you in the comments. Which of these fruits do you already enjoy? Have you experienced any benefits? Your story might inspire someone else to make a small, life-changing shift today. Your heart works hard for you every day. These fruits are one small way you can return the favor.